Hey guys, Eric here on Sunday night. I have been watching YouTube a bit and saw a story about a gay Venezuelan who came to this country seeking asylum, um, fleeing socialist communist Venezuela, and he was stopped, flagged by ICE, our ICE, Immigration, Customs and Enforcement, under the direction of Trump's border czar, and Marco Rubio. All their names are involved in this, saying that he was sent to El Salvador, and there are pictures circling around showing what he actually looks like, and then there's a side-by-side picture of what happened to him once he got to that El Salvadorian jail. Essentially, he was sent there to be beaten nearly to death. And do you know why he was flagged? Tattoos. And so a couple of videos that are circling around are saying that in El Salvador, this gang, let me see if I can, before I show you this article that I'm about to talk about, the gang, it's Tren, see if I have it. The video that I saw that prompted me to do this research is from the Bulwark, Bulwark. Tim, who's one of the main journalists on the Bulwark, he's on assignment or vacation somewhere, and he did a YouTube short about this. I had heard a little bit about it, but I really wasn't aware of it. And so let me just pull this up. But anyway, let me just pull this over. There. And I'm just going to go through this and read. So this is from the Advocate, their on-site website, showing this article where Rachel Maddow actually interviewed this guy's lawyer. And you can see here, gay Venezuelan asylum seeker, quote, disappeared, unquote, to a Salvadorian mega prison under Trump order. And so essentially what's going on is that this lawyer, it was the only one who knew, was trying to find this guy. And so here, where it says, and I thought this might have been a video, but it's not, it's just a clip from the video. The man came to the United States seeking safety. Instead, his lawyer says he was disappeared, which I'm having to get used to, of the vernacular where, let's see if I can resize this. There. All right, so Major Maddow reported Thursday night that a young gay Venezuelan man deported without due process under a Trump administration directive has been identified publicly for the first time. His name is Andres. He is 23 years old. He's a makeup artist, and he has vanished into a Salvadorian mega prison. Lindsay Talk. I think I was trying to practice pronouncing his name. Lindsay Tokzalowski, who identified the man only by his first name, shared photos of the 23-year-old on Rachel Maddow. So let me right-click on this and see if they have the side-by-side pictures that I saw. I talk about this a lot, but this is Blue Sky, which is the alternative to Twitter. And so, yes, these are the pictures these are the pictures, this guy. Now, since I'm not on Blue Sky, I can't blow up this picture. Oh, actually, maybe I can. So this is Andres. This is the guy that was deported. Let me bring this picture up because this is important. This is why he was flagged, these tattoos. The gang, they thought that this guy may have been a member of the Venezuelan gang where all these people are being rounded up as though they are Venezuelan gang members, being sent to El Salvador. And again, I'll remind you that every time a plane goes to El Salvador, it's costing us $6 million. $6 million to have El Salvador take care of these people. Yet, it has also been reported that in some of these flights from the United States to El Salvador, it has been discovered that legal U.S. citizens have been rounded up by mistake based on profiling of tattoos, which I'll go back to that point. The Venezuelan gang, if you're joining that gang, you must have a tattoo that is affiliated with that gang. This tattoo I'm showing you right here ain't it. But what the Trump administration is doing is taking the lead from El Salvador and flagging people, essentially tattoo profiling anyone who has a suspicious tattoo and then tries to flag them. Now this guy, again, he's 23 years old, tried to come into the United States seeking asylum as a gay guy escaping Venezuela. He did not get due process. And that is a tenet of the United States that anybody on the soil of the United States must get due process. But I would say, gay men, raise your eyebrows. Raise your eyebrows. And anyone, whether you're gay or not, if you got tattoos, you need to be on alert. Because this is a thing. This is a real thing. People are being rounded up by ICE based on certain tattoos. And I don't know any of these people for a fact, but we all know that within ICE, and particularly the administration that is directing ICE this time, and on our individual police departments, there are people behind these badges that have an agenda. And so we all need to be on alert. Let me come back to me. We all need to be on alert. Because I've said many times in my videos, which are not professionally done, it's just me, many times that they were coming for us. And nobody, and it's not just me, it's just not just me. Tim, who I was talking about in the Bulwark, he's a gay guy. Keith Edwards, who's also on YouTube, who does these things, he's a gay guy. There are multiple gay men on YouTube who are doing these stories on this political content about the Trump administration and what they are trying to do with dismantling the democracy of this country. They are finally now, you see in this example, a gay man comes to this country for asylum. His tattoo gets him flagged, which has nothing to do with the Venezuelan gang. Did anybody even try to compare it? No, they didn't. They just set him aside, held him in ICE detention, and then put him on a plane and sent him. You should Google this and find those pictures. Google this and find these pictures, and you can see what happened to him in Venezuela, because these pictures here, they don't have that. They only have the plane landing in El Salvador. They do not have the picture of him being beaten in that El Salvadorian jail. So I just wanted to come on here, get that information out there. Please share this video. If you go on YouTube, Look for the Bulwark, Bulwark, and look for a short from Tim about this. Rachel Maddow, her channel has this. You will not find his last name or anything, but if you just Google gay Venezuelan deported, you'll get articles from Yahoo, you'll get articles from The Advocate, like I just pulled up, and so on and so on. But please get this story out here, and we need to follow this story. And not just this story. There are other issues out there about what ICE is doing to people, even on this soil, on United States soil, particularly down in Miami. A report now has been done about women being detained in an ICE detention that was built for men, and they have women in there, and how inhumanely they are being treated. The Trump administration is not playing. I don't know how many people and how many times we have to tell you that the Trump administration is not playing. This is serious stuff. And burning Tesla dealerships, defacing Tesla dealerships, is not going to fix it. And let me just say this while I have your attention. That means if you're doing that, if you're setting fire to personal property of dealerships or car owners, you should go to jail. You're destroying personal property. You should go to jail. That is not going to get Elon Musk out of Doge. That is not going to do anything to him. That is not going to do anything to the Trump administration. What will work is what the senior generation did in New York to the Tesla dealership there. They carried signs and they protested every single day since last fall after the election ended. And guess what happened this month? That dealership closed. That dealership closed. But I will tell you this. If I see you at a dealership and I have my phone with me and I see you defacing that Tesla dealership, or if I see you setting fire to someone who bought a Tesla vehicle before all this was happening. In fact, a lot of people bought Teslas because at the time, Elon Musk said that he cared about climate issues. So people were buying his EVs. He's not the same anymore, and these people are trying to sell their Teslas, but they can't find buyers. And then they're getting death threats because they have a Tesla. That is absolutely insane. Do it the right way. John Lewis always talked about getting into good trouble. This ain't good trouble. You're not helping the situation if this is what you're doing. If you need to know what else to do, it's not like people aren't protesting in all areas where Teslas are. But I'll say this to you, just like I tell people who don't like gay marriage. If you don't like gay marriage, then first of all, don't marry somebody who's gay. And if you don't like a Tesla, don't buy it. If you don't want to put money in Elon Musk's pockets, then don't invest in his stock. But this is the wrong way to do it. But anyway, I'm off on another topic, and we need to keep, I'm mispronouncing his name and I apologize, but this guy who came to this country to escape, I'm going to put his picture back up here. Let's see. And I'm still learning the transition pieces to this too. But this guy right here came to this country to escape persecution and didn't even get the chance to get past ICE. And now he is in an El Salvadorian prison without due process. Without due process. He did not have his day in court. Follow this story and share this story. Because this guy's story, my story, all of our stories in the United States matter. Follow this. Do not let this go. And I'll see you on the next video.